And he doesn't even realize that thing's a 3-3, and it's just he doesn't know that guy has first strike. It's just, but he plays it off, and he actually kind of Jedi mind tricks his opponent.
So like, yeah, I'm attacking with a 2/2. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Take it. Great. Go.
Yeah. So yeah, I really like to watch Wagner. He's a character.
Seems good. So we have Braun Duin on Snapcaster Mages, Stoneforge Mystics.
Mirror match again.
Yeah. So. Now, JVL's running Repeal in his deck. Is that something you'd want to play in this format, Gerard?
Repeal? No,
yeah.
I don't really want to play Repeal. Actually, the one Repeal I was thinking could just be like a one Cryptic Command.
Okay.
I feel like nobody plays Cryptic Command anymore, and I think it's better than Repeal. I just like it. I just like Cryptic Command in general. But yeah, we watched Jake play before, and now let's maybe switch the camera because I think they're going to start.
Seems good.
We're good? They're going to start? All right, awesome. All right. They're about to start right now. Awesome. So we have Jake Van Lunen on the left with the purple sleeves, and we have Brian Branduni, Dunn. However you say his name.
We actually call him BB. He's from Roanoke. We call him BBD. Yep.
Okay, so we have JVL versus BBD. Does JVL have Twitter? He probably does.
I think he does, actually.
You could Google and figure it out.
Let's find out if JVL has Twitter.
All right. So we'll see what happens. Looks like Jake might be taking a mulligan because he's shuffling his purple sleeves up.
Yep.
And the score is actually 0-0. It says 2-1. We're just trying to predict the future that Jake's winning 2-1.
Jacob Van Lunen, in fact, does have a Twitter. You can find him at JVL TMS on the Twitter.
TMS,
see what
the Mind Sculptor. Jake Van Lunen, the Mind Sculptor. That's probably it. Little play on words. He has 412 followers. You could be number 413.
And he has 0 tweets.
And he has 0, and
I have like 200 tweets now. I don't have that many followers.
Maybe you don't want to follow him then.
I don't think I do, and I don't think I will.
You should follow me because it's actually not me. It's actually Osip.
Osip writing your Twitter account?
You should look. He writes funny stuff.
What's yours?
It's GFabs5. Yeah, he writes like, went to the Chipotle. Guy said I took too many napkins, so I went to the 743 followers, and it's not even my account.
You are a very popular man.
I mean, it's Osip. You could read some of the tweets. And,
I certainly could.
Yeah. So
all hot dog diet?
Yeah, I'm according to Osip, I'm on the all hot dog diet, and it's going pretty well.
That's fantastic.
All right, so Jake mulligan to 5, I think.
Yep, that looks like a 5-card grip.
But I mean, he gives a thumbs up.
I guess you keep. I mean, that seems bad. But
I actually didn't have an argument with Jake, but we kind of disagreed when I told him he should be playing his brainstorms more aggressively. I didn't like how he played. I think it was 2 or 3 rounds ago.
Okay.
I was trying to give him advice, but he felt differently.
That's all. That looks like all lands. Maybe was that a white card? Maybe a Stoneforge.
I think I thought it was a 3-lander maybe. But all right.
Yeah, Jacob doesn't seem terribly happy.
Yeah, I was telling Jake to play his brainstorms more aggressively. Mm-hmm. But we'll get your opinion. We'll see how he plays this round. See if he takes my advice, and we'll see what happens.
Maybe.
So it's round 6, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Round 6. JVL leads off with Mutavault.
Yep.
Seems fine.
BBD with the Misty Rainforest.
Yep.
Now, neither player has Stifle, so they don't have to worry about, sacking lands on their turn or their opponent's turns.
Okay, so there's the Stoneforge Mystic.
And I think BBD is going to come out with a Spell Snare.
Yep.
That would probably make the most sense.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah. Gets a Tundra. Not worried about Wasteland. Looks like Jake doesn't play any Wastelands.
Nope.
No, and the other guy plays 1.
Just 1.
Yep. All right, so Spell Snare is,
Yep, that seems
good.
Bad for JVL.
Yeah, bad for JVL, good for BBD.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, you were playing Stoneforge Mystic in Team Italia.
Yeah, I was. I don't think many people were playing Stoneforge Mystic back then in Legacy.
No?
I don't think so. I could be wrong, though. All right,
JVL cracking for 2, which gets swords.
All right.
So, seems maybe a little aggressive, but...
Yeah, I mean, Jake Mull to 5, maybe he thinks he's got to get him with damage, but it's usually really tough. Oh, wow. BBD doesn't have a... doesn't have a 3rd land. Wow, he's got so many Mutavaults, that's why he did it.
Yep, yeah. And there's the Mutavault beatdown.
I think that might have been the hand he showed, 3 lands, double Mutavault.
Yeah, entirely possible.
All right, so BBD draws a Wasteland.
Okay.
Pretty good. Draws the 1 Wasteland.
Seems fine.
And it looks like Jake just has a bunch of lands in his hand.
Yep.
So he's probably going to come in for
double
4.
Mutavault. So does BBD waste here?
Oh, wow.
Snapcaster?
This is so bad for Jake. Because he gets back to plow.
Yep.
And he just destroys Jake right here.
Yep, just 2. Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
That seems pretty awful.
Yep. So Jake is,
Sigh.
yeah. I mean, that was a 2-for-1. So Jake's actually down like 3 cards now.
He's got, yeah. Wow,
Oh.
that is bad.
All right, BVD draws another force.
Looks like he's got Force, Spell Snare, and then
another force. Not sure what else he has, but we'll see what Jake could try to do here.
what's he got? Looks like he's got. Is that a something in his hand?
So Tundra, and he just passes. I think there's another Snapcaster that Brian drew.
So Brian passes back.
So you could always Snapcaster for like a Spell Snare,
Yep.
just in case. Oh, it was a Vidalian click. Okay.
And there's the click.
I think BBD should target himself here to try to draw land.
You think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do think so.
Yeah, because
I mean, if it resolves.
you wouldn't want to give Jacob the possibility of putting away one of his lands or
Well, yeah,
for something worth drawing.
yeah, it can't choose a land.
Oh, it can't choose land?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it could choose something like useless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just any non-land. But he does target himself. He reveals a Spell Snare, which will go to the bottom,
Okay.
and he will draw. Was that maybe
A card?
Yeah, might have been a Spell Snare, but all right. So there was some confusion with the swords because one of the Mutavaults should be
Exiled.
yeah. And Brian should be taking his turn.
Yep. So
Yep. Let's see if he hits his 4th land.
let's see. You just draw Miniatures Factory.
I don't know. I think I see a Misty Rainforest in his hand.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Factory and
Yeah,
Misty
there's the
Rainforest.
Factory.
And a Jace, wow. All right.
Ouch.
Yep. He knows Jake doesn't have a counterspell because there's a good chance that if the Vidalian Click gets in for 3 damage,
Yep.
that Jake didn't have a plow,
Sure.
which means that he didn't have a counterspell because he would have countered the Vidalian Click most
Yeah.
likely on his turn.
Sure.
So he just goes straight for the Jace, and Jake just packs it in.
Yep. That seems like a very hard opening to come back from. I mean, if you're already land light,
Yeah.
and then you have to deal with a resolved Jace.
Yeah. So
And in the background, it looks like AJ is playing some cards.
yeah, AJ got I think a warning yesterday for slow play. He was upset.
Yep.
Yeah, he was mad.
Slow play is probably the hardest infraction to identify because it's completely subjective.
Yeah.
What seems slow to one judge may seem permissible to another, may seem completely different
Oh.
to the players.
Speaking of that, one time I was on camera
Okay.
and I presented my deck before the 3 minutes,
Okay.
and the other person took like 5.5 minutes, and then the person gave me and the other guy double slow play warning, and then I was like, no, I presented it, blah blah blah. I argued. They upheld the ruling. This was an Edison SCG, and then I went home and I timed from when because the camera was on me, so I timed it from, and it was before 3 minutes,
Okay.
and they still gave me a
That seems very awkward.
yeah. I think what happened was that I presented my deck within like 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes,
Sure.
and I sat there for like another 2 minutes.
Right.
And the other person just kept shuffling and sideboarding and whatever. So then I took my deck back, which isn't even legal to take your deck back after you present.
After you've shuffled and sideboarded.
I shuffled, sideboarded, I presented, and we just sat there for like 2
Right.
minutes because the other guy just kept going on and on. And then I was just like took back my deck because I was bored, and I just started like side shuffling,
Sure.
just to. And then we got a double warning. I mean, I don't really care about the warnings because it's not like I get warnings every tournament. I barely get warnings, but it's just
Sure.
like principle, I feel like you're one of the more established judge. You know what's going on. I know Sheldon is one of my favorite judges.
Yep, Sheldon's a great guy.
Yeah, and I like how you and him use judgment as well, rather than just following these rules where sometimes it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, we put judges in a very difficult situation sometimes where a lot of what we ask them to do is just written down. If you follow how policy works or how the rules work, 99 times out of 100, you're going to arrive at the right answer. But sometimes you have to take external information into account and possibly make a more informed decision that doesn't necessarily follow the letter of the law, but maintains the spirit of what we're actually trying to accomplish by having the rules in place in the first place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I remember one
it's
time
tricky.
in Amsterdam 2004, my friend Matt Baccio got disqualified for marked sleeves.
Really?
And me and Osip, I believe it might have been Sheldon, we told him, we're like, dude, this kid's like, he literally just bought these sleeves he's a good kid, blah, 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 and they undisqualified him.
Really?
Because what happened was that the previous round, the judge said, you have marked sleeves, buy new sleeves. So he walked over to the booth, he bought sleeves, also helped them de-sleeve right before the round.
Right.
And then he presented a deck, and the very next round they said, once again, you have marked sleeves. But it literally just was within 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And they actually undisqualified him.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and this was, it was the right call. Sure,
Absolutely.
because you could just go buy sleeves. You finish a round, you run over, you buy new sleeves. Your friend helps you sleeve, and then you show up for the next round, and they're marked again somehow. Obviously he didn't go to the bathroom to mark them because you know what I'm saying. It was just it just so happened that the sleeves were cut
some
incorrectly.
Some sleeves are marked right out of the package.
Exactly. And some judges could be like, oh, they're marked, blah blah blah. Here's the pattern, or but it's just let's just put everything together. He previously got warned for marked sleeves, so he went to go buy new sleeves. And luckily he ended up getting a game loss or maybe a match loss because the whole thing took so long that it was too late. But he didn't get disqualified, which was
that seems better than being disqualified. So let's see. Gotta still play caution when I get bored watching a match.
Yeah, I don't know. So, some of the tweets are funny. Past hour, these guys haven't put too many funny tweets up.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Dear Twitter, please be funnier.
Yeah.
Love
but
Gerard Nichols.
When Wagner was on, that was good. Wagner was entertaining. This BBD guy could be entertaining, I think.
He's a pretty good dude.
Yeah, he smiles sometimes.
We like him.
Okay.
Kind of quiet guy.
He's quiet, yeah.
Doesn't really talk very much, but as I said yesterday, I hate playing against him because I'm gonna lose.
To BBD?
Yeah, I think my record lifetime is 0-X against a BBD. That's pretty sad.
It looks like they're starting.
Yep.
Playing some lands, maybe. All right, so Tundra and Tundra. It looks like BBD's Tundra is probably worth more money.
It looks a little darker. That's probably an unlimited Tundra.
Probably.
So maybe another $10.
So JVL plays a Caracas.
Another ridiculously expensive card.
This guy puts a timer glyph and a Snapcaster and he walks into a bar.
Extreme Eagle, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Now remember, Caracas is a legend.
Yep.
So if BBD ever plays his Caracas,
they're
legend.
gone.
Yeah, legend.
Now
will
it's
happen.
only legendary creature though. You can't bounce your opponent's Jitsa.
Yep. So.
Or anything like that.
Looks like they pretty much playing the exact mirror match from the way the lands are played out. Just Caracas is swapped with an island.
Sure.
I feel there's a chance that a Vidalian Click might happen, given the way the game played out. Maybe not.
Yeah, seems like a viable card. Now let's see. So BBD has 3.
And Jake only has 2.
2. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
There's a Mutavault for Jake.
So now right now, both players don't really want to be the first guy to tap out on their turn.
Right.
So they're basically looking at a Vidalian Click. Maybe they're looking at a Brainstorm, then a Snapcaster Mage, etc.
Or a Sword of Feast and Famine.
All right. So Jake he has to deal with this or the Mutavault.
Right.
So depending on what's on BBD's hand, if BBD has a plow or 2 plows, you gotta let it resolve. Sure. And he actually drew a second plow.
Yep.
So BBD lets it resolve and plays. Okay, and he had a Wasteland, so.
Yep. Seems fine. And runs out Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully Jake has Spell Snare for his own sake. If not, he's in trouble because of the snow. Wow. All right. Because now BBD's in such a commanding lead, unless Jake does have a plow. So Jake right now needs a plow because he doesn't have a Spell Snare.
Right.
Otherwise, BBD will just go end of turn.
Batterskull,
and then Jake will have to answer the Batterskull.
Right. And he's already got Wasteland in. I think what was it? Double Sword to Plowshare.
Double Sword, yeah.
So.
And it looks like he has some blue cards in there too, possibly. Mm-hmm. So maybe some sort of counter, maybe a Snapcaster Mage. We'll figure out what it is in a couple minutes, I guess.
Seems good.
Yeah.
So let's see.
So Jake untaps. I can't see what's in Jake's hand.
Neither can I.
Yeah. We notice that the table is shifted to the left, so we get more likely to see what's on the right-hand side than the left-hand side.
Right.
But we'll see what Jake tries to do here.
Let's see.
Brainstorm.
He's taking your advice.
Yeah, BBD's going to let that resolve. And the only thing BBD can really do to that is a Force of Will with his mana open.
Doesn't seem worth it.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. And Jake's going to be able to, kind of sculpt his hand and then sack that Flutterstrand to get away some of those bad cards you won't want.
Yep. So let's see.
Actually, the count is BBD 1 game 1.
Yep.
But
Yeah, BBD.
You know, yeah. So
Drop
that's
the
okay.
Jace. More street than Wagner and more road
Then Conley. All right. This guy. Who's this guy? Kagoo. Kagoo 18.
Chicago 18.
Follow that guy on Twitter. Kagoo 18. You know. Do I think Team Italia is still viable? Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
What would you play if you were playing today?
I would have played blue black. Blue black Hemtatorok, Spell Snare, Jace the Mind Sculptor,
Okay.
Dark Confidant, Snapcaster Mage, deck like that.
You wouldn't run green for Goyfs and such?
I was thinking maybe I would. I went back and forth, but I could. But
Okay,
all right.
so there's a Stoneforge
yeah,
Mystic.
Jake plays his own Stoneforge, and he's going to search up the Batter Skull unless he boarded in Jitte. And I feel like he's sure. Can we lower that commentary thing for a second to see what he got? Okay, Batter Skull.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Batter Skull.
All right. Now Jake has access to Jitte in the board.
Yep.
And the way he was looking through his deck, I felt that maybe he does have Jitte because it kind of took a while and riffled through, or it might have been a bluff.
Sure.
I mean, we know their deck list. BBD doesn't, so it doesn't even
Right.
matter. So it's not like.
Is Jitta a strong card in this matchup, do you think?
I just think Jitte is just good in general.
Okay.
Because once you get counters on it, it's tough for your opponent to equip his own Stoneforge, and you gain. I mean, you could just do a bunch of different things.
Sure.
All right, so here's a plow
Yep.
on the Stoneforge, which pretty much makes. Okay, I think a plow is going to come back at his Stoneforge right now.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. Oh,
Or a
Spell
Spell
Pierce.
Or
No, Spell Pierce.
Pierce. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty bad for Jake. I mean, Jake doesn't know this, but what BBD is going to do is going to untap. He's going to draw. He's going to draw his card. He's going to swords the Stoneforge, then pass a turn. But maybe even before passing a turn, he might just wasteland the Mutavault to cut him off on mana,
Right.
and then have Batter Skull in play. So I think that's what I would do if I was BBD. I would go wasteland the Mutavault, plow the Stoneforge, and just pass the turn.
Let's see if he takes your advice.
is that a Jace? If he has Jace, that's really insane as well. Do you see the top card?
Let's
it's
see.
like,
Is that maybe a Jace?
yeah. If it's Jace, I would play Jace, leaving up Wasteland. It is Jace?
Yep.
Okay, so actually I would go, I would go Jace, Plow. No. Yeah, Jace.
Okay, so there's the
hold on.
Jace.
We go Jace, Fate Seal. That's what we want to do right now.
Okay.
I'm going to go Jace, Fate. He's going to go Bounce.
Really?
I think I would want Fate Seal because then it just plays around more things.
Right.
But I mean that's fine as well, especially if BBD thinks that Jake only has 2 equipments in his deck.
Right. Which, let's see.
Yeah. All right, he's got the third one in his board.
Yep.
The Jitte in the
The
board.
Jitte in his board, yep.
Yeah. Reasonable play. He leaves his Stoneforge back just in case he doesn't, even though he has a plow in his hand, he
Yep.
wants to definitely not lose his Jace.
Sure.
All right. So Caracas is going to activate a Mutavault.
Yep.
And BBD's
There's the
going for a
swords.
plow.
Spellstutter Sprite.
Yep, Spellstutter Sprite.
There we go.
All right. And it looks like BBD is going to be forced to chump block with his Stoneforge. That's why I wanted to Fate Seal.
Right.
I wanted to go Fate Seal, my turn, plow your Stoneforge. That was
Right.
my play.
Nope.
And I think that play was better.
Sure.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna have.
Stoneforge,
Wow,
I mean,
yeah.
Stoneforge just has to chump. You can't lose Jace here.
Sure.
Jace is not a 4 mana, unsummon. Prevent 2 damage.
Ideally not. No.
Yeah.
So wow, this actually puts BBD in a very awkward board position.
I mean, he's going to be able to brainstorm, and I don't know. We'll see what he draws. See what he ends up doing. All right, so Jake plays a land afterwards. BBD draws a blue card. Might have been Snapcaster Mage. If it was, that's really really good. That's his best draw, Snapcaster Mage right now.
Okay. So let's see. So it looks like he's going to leave the wasteland up.
Paying 4 for an Elspeth.
Okay.
Okay. Elspeth. So now he's got to use the Jace to bounce the Spellstutter Sprite.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think of that play?
I
Bouncing
mean,
the spell starter sprite.
that's what he has to do. That's
Right.
just There's no other play here, in my opinion.
Okay, so we have
Yep.
Jace
all
to
right.
bounce.
All right, that's fine.
Elspeth makes a guy.
Yeah. And I mean, BBD is kind of safe because even if, for example, Jake had a plow for his soldier, he would have Wasteland to get rid of that Mutavault.
Yep.
Yeah, personally, I would just probably get rid of that Mutavault on my turn,
Okay.
just to cut him off on mana.
Sure.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep, I get you.
Because there's no way Jake's gonna like activate the Mutavault into a Wasteland and try to equip or anything crazy like that.
Right.
So, and when you have Jace and Elspeth, it's okay for you to throw away a resource because Elspeth and Jace gets your wow.
Yeah.
So Jake's activates Mutavault.
Why would Jake want BBD to Wasteland here? What does that actually do for BBD? Or for Jacob?
Well, the thing is that BBD doesn't even have to Wasteland. BBD could just,
Yep.
chump block. I think
Sure.
I would have just chump blocked rather than Wasteland because it looked like Jake's wanting you to Wasteland. So I'd be
Right.
like, all right, it seems like Jake wants me to Wasteland, so I'm just going to chump instead.
Sure.
That's just my opinion.
No, it seems
Like,
perfectly valid.
what's more valuable, an imaginary token or a Wasteland? Isn't
Right.
a Wasteland more valuable?
Seems that way to me.
I don't know. I mean, unless he thinks that he wants to cut Jake off mana, but if he did, he would just cut him off at his turn.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to tweet in, see what you would have done there. But personally, I would have jumped, and Nick said he would have jumped too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right,
So let's see, we've got JVL tapping
2.
2 for something?
A
For
Jitte?
Jetta, yep.
All right, so he did bring in the Jitte.
Now, do you think he flashes in Spell Stutter just cold this turn?
Yeah, he definitely does. But I mean, what BBD wants to do is he wants to brainstorm, which he does. This is good.
Yep.
Yeah, his hand's stacked. Jake's probably under 5% to win this game, I would say.
Sure. We have Castaway J asking on Twitter why you would chump every turn when you can just send in a pumped up soldier. You think you want to get aggressive with Elspeth in this kind of scenario?
No.
No? Okay.
I mean, not when you have Jace. So,
Okay.
like he's. Oh, okay. So
Okay.
he decides to make that play. That's funny. I would not have made that play, but maybe that's actually BBD tweeting in.
Entirely possible.
Yeah.
Maybe he's connected to Twitter through his brain.
Yeah,
So Stoneforge for BBD.
yeah. And normally I want to play aggressive.
Okay.
You know, like yesterday I was saying how you should play aggressive, just get down that Gideon, just use your brainstorm. But in a scenario like this, I just would have made another token, build up my army a bit more,
Sure.
and no need to do anything really when you have a hand like that.
Right. So JVL cracks one of his fetches.
Yep. Maybe I mean, it's fine if Jake spell snares this because then he can't flash in the spell center sprite.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't chump
Like the
because he-
reverse?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That
Yeah.
seems loose.
I mean, honestly, no matter what Jake wanted him to do, I feel Wasteland is more valuable than a soldier token that he made off an Elspeth.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
So looks like Stoneforge Mystic is going to stick
Yeah.
and get Batterskull.
Okay. So he's got a Batterskull now.
God, Batterskull's just so good.
It is. Batterskull is definitely a good card.
It's the only one, but
Now he got Batterskull previously,
right.
and he only has one, but he put it back with Brainstorm.
Yep.
So just in case you guys at home, just so you guys know.
So let's see. So we have a board of Jitta and Sword of Feast and Famine for JVL. And he's probably going to drop Spell Starter Sprite, EOT.
Yeah, I can't see him not casting Spell Starter Sprite. I mean, if BBD has like a Spell Snare or something, it's really bad, but he just has to go for it. And he does have a Spell Snare, and it's really bad for Jake.
Yeah, this is not looking good for JVL.
Yeah. It just shows you the power of Planeswalkers. It shows you,
Yep.
wow.
And
Jake
there it
concedes.
is.
That's
wow.
all right. That was a quick match. I think some people thought,
Surprisingly so. I thought this was going to be a go to turns and
Yeah,
wait forever kind of thing.
Yeah, it's It just depends on the draw lots of times, and it depends on how the players actually play it out.
Yeah.
Lots of times you'll have players who just sit there and build up their mana just because they feel that they can outplay the other person in the long run.
Right.
But in this case, it was just really quick.
Yep.
So we're doing
Looks
another
like
match.
We're getting another match.
That's good.
In the meantime, Sheldor McConker wants to know if mono red burn can be competitive in Legacy.
I mean, people
What do
play
you
it.
think? Yeah, they do, but it almost feels like that's more of a, hey, this is a cheap deck that can be good. It doesn't need duels. It doesn't need. I mean, you can run wastes and you can run fetches if you really want to.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about mono red is you have to know when you're going in. Lots of times you're going to be helpless in these games.
Right.
You know, you're going to get your opponent down to like 11 life, and they're just going to stabilize. You're going to have a 4 or 5 Goy, you know, maybe like a Tombstalker, and you're going to have just some random 2/2 in play.
Yeah.
Like a Goblin guy. And like, you're helpless. At least with like blue-white decks or blue-black decks, you're kind of always in the game, and the games are a lot more, I would say, skill-intensive.
Sure.
And the thing about red decks, a lot of people don't realize is that if you make like a small mistake early on, like if you play like a Goblin Guide instead of playing like a Monk Fanatic or something, and the math is all wrong, it will cost you the game on like possible turn 1 type thing.
Right.
Where in Control, I just like playing blue-white or blue-black decks. Or even mid-range, like I won the Grand Prix with the Rock because I was able to Thoughtseize and duress my opponent and know exactly what they had in their hand.
Right.
So I had more knowledge. With red, you're kind of helpless sometimes. You're just like land go, you know, like land shock you, whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, sure, mono red could be good, but I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
All right, so
we have a Jacob Van Lunen here.
We do.
Do you want to come sit for a bit?
Sure.
All right, cool. We have Jake. Yeah, pull up a chair. Pull up a chair.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, if you're still in the tournament, what's your record?
X11 now.
All right, so you can't look at the deck list because we know what you're up to.
Yeah.
That seems pretty rough.
Yeah, I mulliganed to 5 on the play in game 1.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys knew that.
No, we did know that.
Okay,
Yep.
and then
we were actually chanting 4, 4, 4.
standard. Game 2, I misplayed.
How so?
Yeah, tell us.
I mean, there were a few things I did wrong, like a few ordering plays. Just playing, making the play I did when he had 3 lands in play on my turn was just really bad because then I tap out and just let him
sword?
resolve. What?
When you played the sword, you have the sword of Feast of Famine. You're saying that was your first play of the game. You had 4 mana, and you played sword of Feast of Famine.
I played sword of Feast of Famine, and I mean, I had Spell Pierce, but if I just pass with 4 lands up, there's pretty much no chance.
Yeah, he's scared.
Yeah, the Jace.
Yeah,
so.
he's shook.
I mean,
Like
as
Josh
opposed
McNamara
to
shook.
yeah, he's shook. Yeah, I like that.